Yeah.
I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth as you sustain the vowel R. So I want you to do this.
Oh my good God. Okay.
For as long as you can.
Am I doing it?
6. Please don't, let me just let it end. Those
Okay.
were 6 seconds. You were able to sustain that for 6 seconds.
Oh, 6 seconds, okay.
Yes, and that is too low. We should be able to sustain it for up to 20 seconds. So what that means is you're speaking on short breaths. You're going on and on and on, and that's how vocal fatigue comes in.
So you need to take a large chunk of air in.
Yes.
And then you're supposed to be able to sustain it.
Yes.
Throughout your
Yes.
conversation.
Yes. Okay. Because typically what we do, we actually we speak on exhalation. So you and I, you breathe in, and then as you're speaking, you're actually exhaling. So if you don't have it enough, you'll have your like choppy speech. Okay. Or you get tired. Then at one moment you take a deep breath, then you continue. Okay. So I check on that. And then there's also just being able to move from your lowest to highest. How high can you go? We check on the range of our pitch. Why that is important is when we are speaking, we actually change pitch. There's a time you'll sound a little bit higher because you're stressing something, or lower. Okay, mothers again, sorry women, we're always yelling at our children.
Yeah.
Okay, there's that shouting that you do, especially when you have toddlers. Half the time you're just shouting instead of using your voice, projecting your voice. Okay, so once you're able to take in your deep breath, you will be able to project your voice without necessarily shouting. Okay. This is also really important for preachers, of course, for teachers in school, lecturers at the universities, where you have this, you have like 400 students and you don't have amplification. So you're shouting. So say you're lecturing for 3 hours, the lecture is 3 hours, you're shouting for 3 hours. So in such a case, I would advise them to use amplification. So where you're speaking and the other person, I mean, everyone can hear you, you don't have to shout.
Okay. So do we say that women are more susceptible to, voice disorders or issues because of how much we need to,
yes,
elaborate?
And no. I wouldn't be confident about that because I haven't done any study or looked at it. But at the clinic, yes.
It's a lot of,
yes.
And young girls.
Oh, I see girls, we've seen children. Children are not that many. Form 2s, girls, yes,
okay.
more than boys. Yeah.
Okay.
That's that.
And when it comes to men, how do how do issues around voice disorders look like for them?
Same thing.
Same thing.
We'll just check their pitch. Are you able, taking in your deep breath? Are you able to sustain? It will be same thing, but of course their voices are different.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
When it comes to medication, or therapy for that matter, so you've diagnosed this person, they've been checked by an ENT doctor, and then there's this issue that has been found. In what cases, is this medication administered? And
doctors, we don't administer any medication. So doctors will have taken care of that. So somebody may be on medication and voice therapy at the same time. Some may need just medication. They have voice disorder but may just need medication and not necessarily the therapy.
I see.
Voice therapy.
Right. Let's go back to the point where you had mentioned that there are other issues, health issues that may make you have a disorder. What kind of issues are those?
Wow. Common cold.
Yeah.
Common cold. I don't think I want to go into that. For the fear, in case I send fear out into the public, it's best for a doctor to say that. Okay? Yeah, because I deal more with the therapy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find that we have more awareness on how important it is to take care of your voice? You know, some of these things, as much as we're very modernized, we're very exposed, we still take it to be as something that is of the Western culture. We do not identify it as something that is practical in our day-to-day lives, like our speech, taking care of how we speak.
Probably not. We need more awareness out there. And we try to do that. Like April 16th is usually International Voice Day.
Right.
Okay. So where we get, as a clinic, as speech therapists, we also put, I guess, have information out there to tell people. So a few people are aware, but we need more people to be aware. But also, on the other hand, speech and language therapists have been very few. So you may be aware this person needs, for instance, in Lodwar, there's no speech therapist there. Most of us are in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So there's so many counties where there are no speech therapists. So the ENT doctor there knows this person needs speech therapy, I mean voice therapy, but there's no one to refer to.
I see.
Yes, so in that would be a problem, or that is a problem.
So how do you do the sensitization? You know, do you do mobile clinics? Do you go there to, you know?
No, I personally don't, but that's a thought.
Yeah.
I think from shows like this, that is how you can reach out to the masses and let them know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then let's go back to, you know, part of the beginning of the conversation where we were speaking about vices, about the things that people should not do. You know, like right before, you know, we even had this interview, you're just telling me, we were talking about funny scenarios about, you know, drinking the hot waters, the thermoses at night, you know, iko hapo kando ya kitanda unaamka tu, you know, because we have a fear to cold and we don't have a good relationship with cold at all. You know, and that's why it could be raining like this and you have to have your jacket, even if you don't, I don't know, it's a very love and hate relationship with the cold. You know, I don't feel like we actually mitigate it properly. Given COVID, yes, but just on a normal day, we're talking about normal colds and flus. So what are those vices that we think are normal, but
hot water. Hot water, so keep away from hot water. We do a lot of what is it called, horse voice kidogo. There you run for hot water, or for dawa. There's too much. There's also taking too much dawa. Again, individuals are different. Okay. That can be too much. The lemon in it can be too much for some people, and will lead to that.
With the acidity.
A big one, yes, I was going to that. A big one is acidity. So when you wake up in the morning and you have a rough voice, you can hardly speak. It takes you a few minutes before you're like, or you start clearing your throat. That's another thing. When you clear your throat too much, there's something not right. Okay, so that could be acidity. What did you eat last night? Okay, it could have been a reaction to what you've eaten. It could be your system, that the acid is coming back. Acid actually affects the vocal cords. There are some people who have too much mucus.
Right.
They're not able to clear it. So the mucus again coats the vocal cords. So when it's time for the vocal cords to move, they don't really get together properly.
Yeah.
So mucus is another thing. So those are things to be aware of. So you'll take all the ginger and it doesn't really clear it. So again, go to the ENT. Some people may need medication to get rid of that. Okay?
Right.
Yeah. So I think
those are mostly, that's mostly it. Okay, because it's a very interesting turn where you find people, like even I was telling you about, I think I asked Dr. Ian, where you feel like your throat is itchy. So you keep on scratching your ear and making that sound to clear something, you know, and it's every other time. Is that an allergic reaction in its simplest form, or they still need? It
could be, yes, and that's why again it's important. I wish an ENT doctor was here, but and that's the thing. You keep trying. Again, it's too far. What are you going to put in your ear to get to that point?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so instead of struggling that much, and that happens to children a lot. So take cues from children, younger people who may not be able to articulate what exactly they're feeling. Let the doctor check it out. It could be something, it could be nothing, but it's better to go have it checked, and then you can get the answers. Okay, it could be an allergic reaction and you didn't know you were allergic to anything. Okay, and then you get your medication and you're fine. Okay, instead of struggling through. And then just remember now, for even children, how do you can't pay attention in class if you have this funny feeling that you need to eat, you need to clear your throat, and you can't. Okay, and for you, an adult, you need to clear your throat every time, say you are in a meeting. So each time, again. So there's no comfort there.
No, there's no. Let's take a look at now practices which you just are healthy and help your voice. You know, things that we should essentially be doing, but or we are doing but we don't know are helping us in a positive way.
Enough sleep. You need to sleep.
Enough sleep.
Enough sleep.
Okay.
You need to be well rested. Okay. So well rested. Again, we go back to hydration. Have enough fluids. Drink your water, your juices. Steaming. Steaming does help. Don't just wait to get the cold. You could have had a long day. Just steam and then. So
you steam what? You steam every day?
If you don't have to do it every day, but let's say you and I have days that are really long and you're really fatigued, you know you've overused your voice, steam and then sleep.
It will help.
It will help, yes. You can use some eucalyptus oil, lavender oil if you can get. And
if you don't have any of that, what are you supposed to?
Just steam.
Just normal water?
Yes, just normal water, steam. Just for a few minutes, then morning, if you get a chance, do it, steam, and then go for your day. And then there are certain, again, depending on the person I'm seeing or the voice disorder, there are massages that we can do, again, and then that's not for everyone. Okay, so depending on the case, there are those who we can we show them how to massage so that you get all your muscles relaxed. Okay, so there are people who the structure is okay, the ENT doctor has looked in, everything is fine, but you have no voice, as in no voice at all. Sometimes it's what we call a muscle tension dysphonia, where all the muscles are tense.
Right.
And this person just needs to I do in the clinic the laryngeal massage on the neck. But there are those I tell, can you go for a massage? Your whole system is so tight.
Oh, like just a general massage therapy for your body.
Yes.
Interesting. That can actually release tension, and then you can be able to speak.
Yes. because the muscles are so tight, so your vocal cords can't move. So they remain open, so you're hoarse or no voice at all. Yeah.
That is insanely
Yes.
interesting. Things we really do take for granted.
Yes, if you're working in a construction site or in a you live near a place with lots of dust, wear a mask. Use a mask.
Okay.
Yes.
What about what you had mentioned earlier, the aspect of mental, when it's mental, you know, the selective mutism, you know, or sometimes even you find in some children, they're 7, they can speak, but they speak when they want to, and you're not sure, you know, and some teachers would have, you know, issues in trying to get this little baby or young child to, you know, elaborate. How can one simply work through that?
That's a very good question, because there are many cases like that. For selective mutism, counseling is involved, okay? And there's a way, first of all, don't force them to speak. What is important, and what I tell everyone, even children with delayed speech and language, what is important is communication. Can the person write? If they can write, can they point? Then accept that as a way of communication. And then hopefully that person can come to the clinic, then we can work through the communication for them to get back speaking. Then there are those who have to be seen by a clinical psychologist. Okay?
I see.
Yes. So what I would urge people out there